All right, yo. Today we're gonna do Wriothesley Story Quest. I hope it's good.
We once thought the fortress of Meripede would be super scary, but looking back on it,
It wasn't scary at all. It was just super annoying because of the
You've got a
floors.
set schedule, guaranteed food and board, and you can even buy all kinds of stuff with credit coupons.
Actually, I forgot
It's
how
no
awesome
surprise that
prison
many
was.
people don't even want
Makes
to
me
leave.
want to live there.
Oh, you mean Risley? He's definitely a pretty impressive leader. Well, he does look kind of intimidating. He's actually pretty easy to talk to once you've had a conversation or two with him. Paimon wonders how he's like with the people here. Do they also get the same guy we do, or is he a lot harsher with the bad guys? Yeah, he must be doing something right to maintain order here, while not making everything feel super oppressive.
Excuse me, did I hear someone there? Could you please do me a favor?
Huh?
Is that guy like underground the floor?
I could have sworn she just heard something.
Excuse me, is someone passing by? Could you do me a favor, please?
He's inside the box?
Nope, Paimon wasn't dreaming. There's someone over there for sure. But Paimon doesn't see anyone.
Oh, did you hear my call? Thank you so much. I'm over here, inside this big box.
Yeah, so there was a guy there.
You're inside the box? Oh, no wonder Paimon didn't see anything. Well, come on, traveler, let's go take a look. Why are you hiding in here anyway? If we hadn't happened to pass by, you could have been stuck for days.
It's a bit complicated. Can we not talk about that for now?
Whoa,
Does someone take off all your clothes?
seriously do that to
I'd
you?
rather see some rated R.
Oh, no,
Close your eyes,
it was
kids.
Nothing quite that serious. I'd just like some help finding my hat.
Just your hat? But then, why can't you look for it yourself? Huh. Wait, Paimon gets it! Something must have happened to your hair!
Oh, like he's
Sorry.
bald?
So that's what happened. Paimon gets it now. No wonder why you had to hide inside the box. You just need your hat, right? We'll get it back to you right away. What kind of hat was it?
I think you may have misunderstood me, but never mind. Please just help me find my hat. It's a soft and brown hat with a bit of a brim. Nothing fancy. I think I probably lost it near the entrance.
This is a
elevator.
really
It was
weird
getting a bit
start of a
hot,
quest.
So I took it off and had a quick nap, but when I came to,
And it
was
doesn't even sound
gone.
like it's based on
It's
Risley.
really important
Like, I
to
thought I'm
me,
gonna get the
so
origins of how
don't leave
Risley
the
ended up in
world.
prison.
I'll wait here for your return.
Don't worry, we'll be back in no time. Nothing in the
How are we gonna
water.
find a hat in a big ass prison?
Paimon thought it might have gotten blown in. Oh, we've looked everywhere and still not seen anything that looks like a hat.
Yeah, can I just buy him a hat?
Huh, that's a good idea. If he's just looking to cover his head, then it shouldn't matter what kind of hat he's wearing. Why don't we check out the rag and bone shop? If memory serves, they got all kinds of stuff in there. Huh? How did you know what Paimon was thinking?
She's trying to buy food. I know it.
Oh, this is bad. Nothing gets past you nowadays. Well, either way, let's go check it out first. Paimon doesn't remember you being the boss.
Well, I'm just standing in for Mr. Alvar while he's off restocking the shop.
I
Now,
actually
just wait a
don't
sec.
remember his
A blonde
boss
foreigner
either.
dressed all in white, accompanied by a glaze-covered flying chunk of gingerbread. Well, you must be the legendary traveler and their companion Paimon.
Yo, that means I'm actually famous all over Genshin, right?
Well, you're half right. Paimon's the traveler's treasured companion, sure, but she's not some flying chunk of gingerbread.
Sorry.
She's more
sorry,
than
I
that.
just-
She's
I
my
never
emergency
thought I'd get
food.
the chance to see you with my own eyes, so got a bit ahead of myself. I hope you find it in your magnanimous hearts to forgive my discourtesy. I'm just a nobody, after all.
There's no need to put yourself down like that. Paimon's just venting.
Why, your heroic actions at Areneus have long made their way to the fortress of Meripede. We heard that you were personally received by His Grace when you made your way down here, you know. Ah, you were the envy of all. And you're
Man,
one of
people
his greatest
really,
favourite people,
really
so of
respect
course,
Risley.
Everyone wants to be introduced to you. Well, I'd figure you'd appreciate honesty over flattery. After all, I also only joined up here because I'd heard Mr. Alvar was a good friend of the Duke. And
What does that mean? Like he went to prison
His grace since then, as
just
fate
to
would have it, I've become fast friends
be
with
acknowledged
Mr.
by
Alvar
Risley?
himself. I mean, we've
That's
all got
kinda
agendas, but
weird.
rather than trying to force something to be true, it's often better to just go with the flow.
Oh, so now you're trying to kiss up to us.
Well, I did mean it when I called you legends, and it is indeed an honor to meet the two of you. Oh, enough of that. Is there something you're looking for?
Yeah, hat.
No problem. Anything else?
Gatorade maybe.
Hey, feel free to check out anything you want. The credit coupon costs are on me.
Oh,
Wait, but
what?
that's, you don't
Man's
have to
pretty
be so
nice. Yeah.
Well, it's not like I'm getting paid to watch this shop. Instead of more coupons, Mr. Alvar usually lets me just take my pick of our goods. Life's been pretty good recently, so I might as well
Does
just
he
wait a
work
bit.
here or is he
Never
serving his
hurts to make
sentence
some
in prison?
friends.
Alright, Paimon will take a look.
Are you sure you don't want more? These opportunities don't come by every day, you know.
Yeah, give him more treats.
Two will do. It just doesn't feel the same if the owner's offering everything to you for free.
Bro, it's free food and you're complaining.
Discuss Paimonology later. That
You want me to
poor
pay for
guy
it?
will be waiting for us. Thank you so much. We'll be off then.
No problem, and thank you for your patronage. I'd appreciate it if you could put in a nice word for our establishment. the
Ah,
next
so
time you
that's what
speak
it
to
is,
His
right?
Grace.
Yeah. It's free because I'm gonna say like, oh yeah, that guy's
Getting good reviews.
really cool down there. You know him? He gave me free food.
You can come out now. We found your hat.
You did?
He's still I would have thought he left.
You just saved my life. Just one sec.
Nah, something's gotta be wrong because it's not his hat.
Wait, so you're not
Wait, he's not even bald. He's just a regular dude.
you.
I mean, I told you that there had been a misunderstanding. This has nothing to do with my hair.
Not his hat.
Wait, this isn't my hat.
Well, we got you a new one. We tried really hard to look for your hat, but no dice.
Ah, I see. Thank you so much.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
really
Maybe he has
grateful,
like
but
money inside his hat,
unfortunately,
right?
There's just something special about
Yeah.
my
It must have like sentimental
Does it have
value
some kind of
or
sentimental value?
But, sorry, I can't explain at the moment. Time's tight as well, so I suppose I'll keep looking for a while.
If you're looking for a hat, I just picked one up over here.
is
Is
it
it yours?
Your
is it
Grace.
his?
Oh, hey, Risley. It's been a while.
Well, it's a
The
slow
man
day today,
himself.
so I
That's
decided
the
to
whole
go for a
reason
little
we did this
stroll.
quest.
Even if your workspace isn't cramped, it's still good to get some air. I'll say I'm not at all surprised to find the two of you here. You never could turn down someone's request for help.
That's the hat?
It's what good adventurers do.
It makes him look like a peaky
Is that
blinder.
so? Maybe I should consider asking the Adventurers Guild to open a branch here.
That would be
As I
cool.
recall, these hats are very important to members of the Beret Society. Best you avoid misplacing it again.
Beret Society.
You might not have the same luck next time.
Understood. Thank you so much, Your Grace. Then I'll be off.
He's weird. He's like so fidgety.
I'll get going now.
What a strange guy. Why did he care so much about his hat? Oh, and has he did something wrong? When he saw you, it was as if he'd seen a ghost.
Oh, not at all. In fact, members of the Beret Society are model prisoners. They work hard and never get into trouble. They've saved me a lot of work, in fact. As for him, I'd guess he's just more of an introvert. It's
I
not
mean, he was
unusual for
pretty
the more
weird
shy
though. He was like
prisoners to freak
hiding
out when I
inside a
show up
box
unannounced.
until someone found his hat.
Shy? There are prisoners who are afraid to talk to people?
Prisoners are still people, after all.
Paimon's such an introvert, she doesn't even know it. I mean, extrovert. She doesn't even know an introvert exists.
The idea of the criminal as a selfish, heartless brute is just a stereotype. Such labels could never capture the complexity of even a single individual person. What kind of a person a prisoner may be and why they've committed a crime, we'd never know these things if they don't share their story with us.
Huh. You've got a point. Anyway, it's all good as long as it makes sense to you.
Who's this
Although
beret
most of the
society, though?
societies
Like
here
what?
will
They
just
have to wear
turn
berets?
individual brawls into mass ones. The Beret Society does appear to be an exception, and it's instead trying to experiment with some novel and interesting things. If you have some time, why don't we grab something at the coupon cafeteria? It'll give us time to
I like
catch
that
up
we're
too.
so buddy-buddy with him
And if
now.
you're still interested in the Berets after that, I can take you to their usual gathering place as well.
Paimon's not the biggest fan of that cafeteria, but if we're gonna catch up...
All right then, please follow me.
Welcome, Your Grace, and the Traveler. Would you like 3 orders of today's welfare meal? Unfortunately, we weren't informed of your visit in advance, so we didn't prepare any super deluxe welfare
Oh, so
meals
usually
today.
he gets a super deluxe meal.
I'll pass on the food then. What about you?
Then Paimon will also pass. Paimon will save her stomach for something better.
What a pity. It would seem that none of us can properly appreciate your skills, Walsey.
Then I must beg Your Grace to find me some more ingredients, so I can come up with some more welfare meal recipes. If you're not in the mood to eat, I can get you some drinks. We just got some great
Yeah,
shipments.
give me
in
some
from
Baja
above.
Blast.
Yes, please? Huh. Paimon didn't know you could get non-welfare stuff at this place.
It's not for everyone. Think of it as a
Hehe,
special treat
we're
for
VIP.
VIPs.
Oh, now
I always
that's
wanted
what
to be
Paimon
special.
likes to hear. In that case, 2 bottles of the drink for Paimon, please.
2 bottles coming right up.
Wait, 2 bottles for us or just 2 bottles for her herself?
Our first meeting took place on short notice, and we were both swamped by everything that happened after, so there was no time for more casual chit-chat. I'm actually quite fond of stories, you know. Of course, the others have already told me a lot about your deeds in Fontaine, but I'd love to hear it straight from the source.
I mean, the last quest I did was with him, no?
Long story.
Impressive. Not all who possess the courage to risk their life for their ideals also have the strength to make it out unscathed. Had you not possessed these remarkable qualities, I probably
looks
wouldn't have
way
had the
too
chance to
tall for
make
that
your
chair,
acquaintance in the first
actually.
place.
Paimon gets the sense that you're trying to flatter us. That guy we talked to earlier was obviously trying to get us to put in a good word for him, but you're the Duke, right? Why would you need to get on our good side?
Because I'm just that cool.
Well, after all, you did help the fortress and I maintain our autonomy. Is it so strange that I would want to give a few words of praise out of genuine admiration?
He always knows the right thing to say.
So
No
this
matter
is a
what.
matter of trust.
You know, he
Which
has
is
like a, what do you call it, like a silver
since I don't
tongue?
have nearly as interesting of a story to offer about myself. I was convicted and sent here at an early age. I only became the top dog after spending a long time figuring out its inner
At
workings.
an early age.
Power and
Oh,
control
wow.
come in many forms.
So he was here
Some
like maybe
fair
since he was like a
ethical, others
teenager?
less so. And since we're all sinners here, the victor calls the shots, no matter how they manage to get to the top. So, what do you think? Didn't put you much more at ease, no?
It doesn't. There must be more. I want to know why he went to jail.
You're really different from most of the people we've met so far.
I'm perfectly aware of that too, but even so, that doesn't make me think any less of you. I would very much like to maintain friendly relations with you two.
Your Grace, after following your instructions, we were able to find a box of undeclared contraband in the latest shipment of cargo.
Oh.
They were extremely well hidden, and we've confirmed that the senders have been using this method to smuggle goods for a while.
Let me guess. It's
We're
from the
trying to
Beret
trace the goods to
Society.
their source.
Got it. Leave the box here and contact me immediately if you make any progress.
Yes, Your Grace.
Sorry, I'd almost completely forgotten about this.
She mentioned something about contraband. Are they like dangerous?
Well, contraband is just anything that's not allowed,
Not
right?
necessarily.
It could be like a cell
The term
phone in
is just
prison
applied
or
to
anything.
things people want to bring in on the sly. Many people here are experts at pulling rabbits out of the most ordinary hats. so we have to examine everything carefully.
Ordinary hats. Like the hat from that guy?
Now, what do we have here? It's more or less what I expected.
Whoa, this is certainly a box of curiosities. Mora, snacks,
Why would they
yarn,
need
balls,
Mora in
books,
here?
mechanical parts, and even a gem. Wait, if you've confiscated this entire box, then does that mean all of this belongs to you now?
Yep. We can't just send them back up.
That's basically how it works, right? Yeah. It's kind of like corrupt, though. Whatever that's not supposed to be there, you just keep it for yourself.
Become a duke as well. Paimon will be your vault keeper.
Jokes aside, I didn't know you'd be so interested in this box. How about this then? You can pick anything you want.
Whoa!
Consider it a gift from me.
Really?
Can I actually
Will
pick whatever I
Paimon
want?
anything? No takebacks. Paimon will have you know that she's got a real good eye for trade.
Well, unless there's Primos in there, I don't
never
really
joke
care.
about things like this.
Can I actually grab something?
Paimon's gonna have a look. Paimon wants this one. This dark, sparkly gem.
What is that?
You just know it must be worth a ton of Mora.
It looks like a space rock.
Actually, never mind. Paimon doesn't want this gem anymore. Can Paimon pick something else instead? There's something weird about this gem. Paimon remembered a lot of bad things when she picked it up. Paimon couldn't even tune
Is
them
it
out.
something that
It's as
would
if the gem
trigger
was just
Paimon's connection to
drawing out
Celestia?
Paimon's brain. It was super spooky.
Is
Let me
that
touch
so?
it.
Let me give it a try. Paimon's right. I too experienced some unpleasant flashbacks. Are you sure? I wouldn't exactly call it fun. Fair enough. Go ahead.
What would I see? The twin? Oh, yeah.
Are you okay, Traveler?
That is weird.
You also saw something, right?
I'll take
So
this
they
gem
all see,
and
like,
run a thorough
bad
investigation of its
flashbacks.
properties. Paimon, feel free to pick something else.
Then, actually, never mind. Paimon's gonna pass. Paimon was thinking about one of the snacks, but who knows if it'll also make Paimon sick.
Instant diarrhea.
You do have a point. In that case, we should destroy the entire box and all of its contents. Seems like
Shouldn't
we're
they be
almost done with our
studying the
drinks, too.
entire contents,
Let's go
though?
check
Like,
out the
maybe all of
Society's
it's
gathering place then.
cursed.
I can introduce you, and we can also continue our conversation while we're at it.
Wait, are you this free every day or something?
Just noticed.
Must be a nice
I wasn't
fucking
exactly
day.
busy the first time we met either.
Wait, then what does he do here? Oh, it's the Beret Society. They actually stand out a lot.
We are honored by your visit, Your Grace. All of us at the Society have been waiting for your arrival.
I don't
Are
like
these
the
your
way
two
he
guests?
talks. He just sounds so
Let me
sussy.
introduce you to them. Traveler, this is Dugier, the head of the Beret Society. This is their gathering place. Members can find all sorts of drinks and snacks here, as well as a large variety of books and other resources. Every once in a while, the Society will also host activities and seminars, which are always well attended.
You flatter me, Your Grace. All we did was
I can't be
set
the
up
only
an
one that thinks
organization
that.
in the
He
same way
sounds
as
like
you
he's up
would
to
in
no
the
good.
world above. It's so easy.
He just has
to
like a
feel lonely
villain
and
voice.
helpless when you arrive here for the first time. I remember that feeling all too well. None of us knew anything about this place then, after all. But that's when the thought came to me. If we could help everyone turn over a new leaf, they would no longer have to lead such gloomy existences. Thus, it was with your help that I founded the Beret Society.
Oh, so you were also involved with this, Risley?
My part in this was minimal. All I did was follow procedure and rubber stamp the application. I'm sure you have a very good sense of what this place is about by now. As you know, not everyone takes their sentence seriously. For some, this is just another place where they can eat, breathe, and sleep. But the Society is a great place for those who wish to turn things around.
It's almost like college and prison.
Exactly right.
Like,
Here,
get
we
an
keep
education
eye on
there.
Each other and remind each other of our goals. Everyone can focus on rehabilitating our mental states and even make many new friends. Our operations are entirely funded by members' donated goods and credit coupons.
Like everything that comes out of his
See
mouth
here.
sounds really good though.
Who knew
Like
you
aside
could find
from
such
the
a
way he
place in the
says it,
Fortress of Mirrapede?
it sounds like he's doing a
And
great
what's the deal
thing.
with the hats?
Ah, there's nothing deep about it. I just felt like we needed some kind of visible identifier. If our members felt joy and pride from being a part of this group, then the hats would become.
I don't know, man, because like the guy was freaking out when he lost a hat.
When
It makes
we're
me feel
together,
like,
we will feel a sense of
you know, it feels like a
community from
cult.
seeing everyone's hats. Optimism, community, hard work, and a desire for a new life. I hope this hat will show everyone everything we have been working towards.
In other words,
he
the hat has
definitely
come to represent
sounds like
something
he's in
a
a cult.
model citizen, which also helps them recruit new members.
Once again, you are exactly right, Your Grace. That's a part of our goal as well. Let's take a little old seat over here. There's no need for us to stand. I'll ask the members to get us some drinks. Please wait here just one moment. Feel free to look around too if you want to learn more about us.
Oh, right. What happened to your slow day, Risley?
Seems like I shouldn't underestimate an adventurer's keen sense of observation. I'll bear that in mind the next time I need to do something low-key. Kidding, of course. We're just discussing some small matters. It shouldn't take long. We've also already gone over the organization's vision. Instead of listening to me try to explain some more, maybe it'd be better if you took a look around for yourself.
Why does Paimon feel like he didn't answer the question at all? Well, we're
He's
already
giving me
here,
like a lot
aren't
of Kaya vibes.
we? Yeah, they're supposed to be like the model prisoners, right? So this is what their spot looks like.
Hey, you there, newbie.
Hello? Are you talking to Paimon?
Yep, I'm talking to you.
This guy's
Why don't you
buff.
follow my lead and take a deep breath before letting everything out like this? Ha!
What the hell was that?
That's how I pump myself up every day. A lot of my friends have found it super useful too. With one shout, you can release all the fatigue, resentment, and unpleasantness from your lungs and return to the day with all the optimism in the world. Why don't you also give it a try, huh?
I'll pass.
I promise.
Paimon's gonna pass.
Feeling shy? That's alright. As long as you remember this trick, it'll come in handy one day. Just remember to take a deep breath and let it all out if you find yourself at your wit's end.
Welcome to our gathering place. Is there anything you'd like me to explain to you?
Oh, it's okay. We're just taking a look around.
Well, that's not a bad comparison. It is my job to explain our amenities and benefits to our latest members. I'm sure Mr. Dugier has already explained some of it, but allow me to fill you in some more.
Why do I think his name is like
Besides
Duggar?
the space, which our members use to rest and relax,
Dugier?
we also have
Dugier?
an entertainment room,
Like, where's
a
the ER
fitness
sound?
room, and a self-study room. These rooms are open to all of our members. We want everyone to be able to use their free time to the fullest.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Do you have a restaurant too? If you did, you also wouldn't have to eat at the big cafeteria anymore.
Unfortunately, we don't. For matters like that, we still have to rely on His Grace. We started a collaboration with the cafeteria a while back, though, so they'll let us borrow their kitchen to do some simple research into recipes and cooking.
Yeah, Paimon can definitely see how it'd be easier to live your life if you had all this support.
Yep, and that's exactly why Mr. Dugier founded the society. We all think we made the correct choice to join him.
Nothing too sussy.
Hey, what are you doing over here?
Oh, hello. You are guests of the Duke, are you not? I'm organizing the bookshelves. Wanna take a
Interesting.
look?
She
We've got
doesn't
some
call
classics,
him
as well as
His
a few books
Grace.
that the members publish themselves.
Calls him the Duke.
Yeah, most of them are writing diaries or autobiographies on their time in the organization. Some quit drinking. Some learned to tailor. Some became real good at calligraphy. And even I've learned to use a camera. We find it kind of funny. You see, had we managed to stay above ground, none of us would have ever had the time to learn any of those skills.
That's a good way of looking at it.
It's because you all have a lot more free time now.
Not only that,
'Cause
but
she-
we've also now got the
in
mental
prison.
space to think about taking on new things. Before we came here, we were constantly exhausted just trying to live. With how the Duke and Mr. Dugier have organized our lives down here, though, all we need to do is think about the things.
But it's
that we
weird because
wanna
like
do.
you learn all these skills, but you can only do it in
You
prison.
never know
That's
what
like,
you may be good at until you
you
give it a try.
know, like you don't really get to do it for
And
real.
while you're here, no matter what you do, you won't get judged for it. After all, there's no need to conform to societal expectations when you're already in jail.
So this is something like a safe space.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
They're actually making
After
prison
all,
sound
not
really
everyone
awesome.
is good at fighting or have the physical strength to do hard labor. The society is exactly what some of us need. And that's it. I just finished organizing this shelf as well, so feel free to check it out if you want. Just remember to put the books back after you're done.
Don't worry, we will. Alright, we've talked to everybody. It sure sounds like they're all pretty happy. That would explain why Risley only had good things to say about this place. Huh.
Oh, is he coming over?
Looks like they're starting to wrap up their conversation as well. Let's go over to them.
Of course, Your Grace. I will attend to those matters right away.
Okay, then I don't have anything else to add. Oh, you're back. What did you think about this place? Now,
It's too
note
perfect.
that your
That's what I
opinion
think.
Will also affect my review of
Whenever
DGA
something's too
and the
perfect,
society
it's
as a whole.
sussy.
Wait, I didn't know they were also a part of the evaluation process. It's all right with me, though. I'm pretty confident about our growth and activities.
Paimon thinks it's pretty good. Don't think anyone expected you to get a society going here of all places.
So it seems that you were able to get a sense of our vision and values. That's all I can ask.
Why did I feel like he was
really.
very surprised when he was like, "Oh, I didn't know they were part of the
Different
evaluations."
personalities and
Like
psychological
they didn't
needs.
account for us showing up.
Our needs are like violent beasts. If we can't face them properly, they'll grow restless and enraged, causing pain and conflict. But if we can placate them, they lose their fangs, and they can even be converted into fuel for far nobler pursuits. Which is why, in my opinion, learning to reconcile with oneself is the first step on the path to redemption.
You've hit the nail on the head, Your Grace. Before I founded the Society, I had met too many people who could not come to terms with themselves. And I'm sure that a part of your support is rooted in your desire to help those people find their way.
And Paimon thought everyone was enjoying life just fine, working and fighting.
Of course, that lifestyle is more than enough for some people in the fortress. For others, though, they would just be useless distractions.
Speaking of fighting, I'm not sure if you knew this, but even His Grace sometimes fights in the ring.
Oh, I saw the trailer. He just beat the shit out of all of them.
Wearing those high-tech boxing gloves of yours?
Oh, I almost never need them.
What a flex.
Hey, isn't that the
That-
guy who lost his hat?
That was weird, right?
Did you come here to relax too?
Okay, what the hell is going on?
Us already?
Are you feeling all right? You are looking a little pale.
No, I'm fine. Thank you for helping me get my hat back. I'm sorry, but I've got to go.
That contraband was
Still as weird as
his.
before. Paimon's kind of used to it by now, though.
Dugier, do you know what's up with him?
I'm also not too sure about that. As far as I recall, he's always been a little strange, but I'll check up on him later. After all, it's my responsibility as the leader to make sure that no one falls through the cracks.
We'll leave him to you then. Where were we before we got sidetracked? Oh, right, about that. You might have thought that I was joking, but in a place like that, everyone will use everything in their power to win.
Including
And when
weapons?
emotions run high, things often spiral out of control. That would be when I need to pull out my gloves to maintain order. Sometimes you might need more than just gloves as well. This pair of handcuffs has also come in handy quite a number of times.
What the... Does that mean like...
Oops.
Oh, he threw it out on purpose to see who will get a reaction.
Yeah, I kept it on me because of its special qualities. It won't affect me as long as I don't
Smart, because
come
you
into
saw them,
contact
right? They
with
all
this
looked at it.
Go on, you guys. Pick up the item for His Grace, would you?
Yes, right away.
They know it.
That gem shines with quite the dazzling light. I hope it hasn't been damaged. Your Grace, please let me know if there's something wrong with it now.
It still looks good to me. Say, Dugier, have you ever seen a gem like this?
I mean,
Never,
Risley
Your
knows
Grace.
something's up.
Don't think I've ever been rich enough to afford this kind of a thing.
I guess that's fair. We've already gone over most of the things that I wanted to talk about, so let's wrap up for the day. The Traveler also has some other plans, after all.
Got it, Your
What plans do I
Grace.
have?
Take care, everyone. I'll take you to the exit. Traveler, Paimon, it was an honor. I'm sure everyone would love it if you were to visit again. And that goes for you as well, Your Grace. We wish you all the best in your endeavors.
And same to you.
Paimon doesn't think we made any plans for the rest of the day. Why did you lie to him?
Well, what's your opinion of the society now that you've taken a look around?
They're
their
saucy.
Paimon thinks it's pretty chill. Weren't you
Bro,
complimenting them the entire
Paimon.
time
Obviously,
as
he
well?
was pretending.
Paimon doesn't remember exactly what you said, but wasn't it something along the lines of encouraging people to embrace their new lives with optimism? There's only one potential problem. If the society does too good a job managing and rehabilitating its members, you may be soon out of a job.
That is certainly a possibility. But at this point in time, they're still reducing my workload by managing and rehabilitating prisoners in my stead. I wanted to see just how much they've managed to accomplish, and also get a sense of Dugier's plans for the future. I arranged for a meeting out of curiosity, but then I noticed some faint hints of dissonance.
Dissonance?
I'm sure the Traveler has
Like
sensed it too.
rebellion.
As expected, you also picked up on it. The whole truth is a bit complicated, so I'll explain everything to you later. I can tell you right now, though, that this was an unexpected turn of events. I had hoped to take care of it in secret, but now a confrontation may no longer be avoidable. It's hard to predict what might happen next.
You completely
Damn, so
lost
this
my
quest isn't even about
Why don't you take
Risley.
this opportunity to check back on the gathering.
Like, it's a
place?
mystery
Just
again
tell me
going
you
on.
left something of yours there
I
by
want to know
accident.
about him.
If my hypothesis is correct, Dugier should already have left. And with his watchful eye removed, you may well get a very different reception from the members.
Can't you just tell us exactly what to expect?
I'm just following the most popular playbook in Fontaine. Investigate, obtain evidence, and then use the truth to render judgment. It's been so long since I got to watch a performance at Opera Epiclese that I've even begun to miss it. I'll explain everything to you later, but right now we need to seize this opportunity. Find out what you can from them now while they're all in one place. We might not get another chance like this anytime soon.
Huh. It's just as Risley said. Seems like Dugier is no longer here.
I mean, where did he
You
go?
said you felt there was something off about this place, right? So let's see if we can feel something out. Paimon will do her best to help.
He's watching me.
Wait, you guys are...
We're really sorry. We just realized.
Wait, so
that
what? They're gonna
we
act completely different the second that guy leaves?
Figured we might have left it
The
in here
douchey
by
guy?
accident. We'll be on our way as soon as we find it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't know how to act.
Nobody? It's okay. There's no need to be nervous. It's not like we lost a whole bag of Mora or anything. We'll just look for it ourselves if none of you caught a glimpse of it. We're not gonna tell Risley anything, don't worry.
I'll go find Mr. Dugier.
No need. We're just looking for something. Why does he have to know?
I kind of like how they're squirming like that.
We can look around for it.
It's like
yeah?
they're all up to some shit.
Hey, hello? Anyone home?
Answer me.
Hello? How can I help you? The Beret Society offers a variety of resources and benefits
the
to
hell?
its
What?
members, and
It's almost like
I mean,
they have a
you've already heard my
script
spiel. I
that they
don't know
have to
anything
tell
beyond
me.
what I've already told you.
And then they don't know anything about, like, they can't say anything outside that script.
Sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just... There's nothing more I can tell you.
Yeah, that's so weird. Is he giving me a script?
Hey, big guy?
What do you want?
Isn't this how you greeted us
Dude,
earlier?
that literally giving... Dude, they're acting so weird. He's so rude now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You sure are a fast learner. I ate something earlier, so I'm...
It's in me or their
falling
voice
into a
also
bit of a food
changed.
coma, and
Like, it's like their
I mean,
accent.
Not everyone can be super upbeat all the time, right? You're looking for something, you said? I didn't see it, but it should be somewhere nearby.
Are you still organizing the bookshelves?
Yeah, and I'm sorry. But you can't check out the books right now.
We weren't thinking about that to begin with, but weren't you super friendly just a moment ago?
Sorry.
Okay, Paimon sees what you meant now.
Oh, you're back. How are things at their headquarters?
Exactly like you said.
All turned into completely different people.
That would prove my suspicions. The dissonance I mentioned earlier was precisely that fleeting moment of fear behind the cheerful facade.
Right. He was acting super scared too when we saw him at the gathering place. Actually, hasn't he just been acting super paranoid since we first met?
And that's precisely why I took his hat.
Oh, he took
So
it.
the one who started it all was... It was you all along!
It's because I wanted to figure out what's really going on. I don't believe any of Dugier's talk about unstable mental states. Not too long. Dugier made very elaborate preparations for my visit. But I don't know. It almost feels like the performance was too elaborate.
It's like, it's too perfect.
But if you think something's wrong, why don't you just take the whole society into custody?
No evidence, my dude.
You can do whatever you want in this place.
Well, maybe you're actually a better fit for the position than I am. Just give me the word and I'll hand you the cuffs. In all seriousness, however, cuffs and the like should be used sparingly. They're mostly for show.
What?
Everything I do is on display. The way people see me act determines the kind of world I can create down here. And I've always striven to appear fair and reasonable to the people.
So what are the cuffs for? Just to show that he could do it?
Deep. Paimon's not sure she got all of it.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. I have to lead by example if I want to maintain expectations of justice and order. And that's why even though Dugier had already let a few things slip, I didn't want to turn on him without irrefutable evidence.
Alright, so you're saying Dugier has figured out some way to control the members of his society. And even though the members are acting all optimistic and motivated, it's all just a show.
Indeed. He certainly seems to be using some coercive methods to turn his members into the most upbeat and motivated group of people you've ever seen.
But I think it's all
Turn out
fake.
well in the long run.
It's like he maybe rules
I
them
have
with
some
fear.
faith, though, that
It's
some of
almost
the
like they're
members
showing us
understood what we did
contrasting
during our
leaders.
visit.
Like
The line
one
has
that
been
leads
set.
by example
It's
and one
quite
that
likely
leads by
that fish will
fear.
bite.
Fish? Bite?
Let's give them some time. My guards will need it to finish their investigation, too. You can find me in my office when the time comes.
Okay.
Hey, don't just leave before you've explained everything to Paimon! Hey!
Oh, here you are. Did you manage to land a lucky pull on the welfare meals tonight?
Let's just get straight to the point. Has anything else happened with the society?
Wow, actually Paimon doing what I want.
Patience, Paimon. Even as the situation continues to brew, we still need to make sense of what we learned so far and go over any sticking points. I'm actually still thinking about the first thing that came to my mind when I noticed something amiss. Namely, why didn't anyone come to me about it?
Oh, that's a good point. Could whatever they're afraid of be so powerful that even
That is
you
weird,
won't
right?
be able
Yeah.
to do anything about it?
Like if people
But
had a
even if
problem,
such a
they
thing
should be asking
existed,
him,
how could they be
right?
so sure without checking with me first? It'd be one thing if it was just one or two people, but it seems like everyone's convinced that I won't be able to help. Which leads me to believe that it's more likely that they think I just wouldn't care to help them. Yes, something like that.
It's a big
Dugier must have
conspiracy.
told them something to make them think I won't take their side. so it became imperative for me to refute that and prove my true stance. Of course, I had originally planned to do this in a more covert way, but I had to improvise when you identified the guy who'd lost his hat with everyone present. There was no way to keep our investigation a secret after that.
Damn, I ruined it.
Sense.
Shit.
Wait, then does that mean it was all Paimon's fault?
The last thing that guy wanted was for Dugier to find out that he'd lost it. He would have never brought the matter up on his own.
Damn it.
But now, not only has Dugier found out that he lost
Paimon
his
ruined
hat,
the story
he's also
again.
realized that we were the ones who found it. That likely set his internal alarms off all at once. Yes, that's the conclusion I came to as well. It's the only thing that could explain the fear. If we didn't act right then and there, Dugier would probably come up with some other way to hide the truth and we'd be back to square one. So after giving the matter some thought,
in the
I
hat?
tossed that black gem onto the ground. I must say, I was pretty satisfied with the results.
So you did that on purpose?
Yes, that's right. Of course, that box was discovered as part of our investigation of the Society from the very beginning. I had no way to know if any of the members had actually seen the gem before, but since I had to do something, I decided to gamble. Right. And I said back there that I had no idea what the gem represented. That should have been enough to let people know that it's still early days for my investigation. And since I was traveling with you, heroes who have never turned a blind eye to evil and injustice,
Wow.
they would also understand that we're here to help, rather than to tolerate or uphold the status quo.
You used us as a part of your plan too!
My apologies. There was no time and quite a lot to explain, so I figured it might be easier to just let you see a few things for yourselves. But I can assure you that I've now told you everything there is to know.
So we still don't know what they're hiding? Like, we know the rock was for them, right?
To lend me your support and
But
help me figure out the
what does
true
that
secret
mean?
behind the society. Would you be willing to lend me your support?
Don't got a choice.
But Paimon's still mad at you!
You have my thanks. Now, there are still two outstanding matters in our investigation. The first is the secret of the hats.
So when he
one
stole the
before.
hat, he didn't find
There was
anything
nothing suspicious
special
the
about
item
it?
itself. The other is the true purpose of the black gem. We haven't been able to get anything out of anyone with actual knowledge of it. It's my
I mean, I
hope
still
that
think
a
we should just
brave
kidnap
fish
that guy
will
and just
take
beat the
my
crap
bait
out of him.
and venture outside of their dark and murky pool. I'll put some music on while we wait.
No tea? Why is this music so sad? I mean, I would not expect anything else from someone that drinks a lot of tea. Some classy, melancholy music.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but may I come in? I'm afraid that
Is that the
Please, do.
Is that the book girl? No, who's that? That's not the book girl, right?
I apologize for my lack of composure. These two are the guests that came with you to our gathering place, correct? Yes, my lover Fasol told me all about you.
The
Please, help us, Your
lover?
Grace. He's in great danger right now.
They're
Slow
torturing him,
down,
right?
Take a deep breath and start from the top.
I'm
I didn't even
sorry,
know
Your
you can
Grace.
like
I
have
will
lovers
try.
in prison. Wow, this prison place is
I
pretty
should
awesome.
Start from when you saw Fasol last.
You mean when we saw him at the gathering place?
Yes, he fled immediately, but many members are hot on his heels. Thankfully, he still managed to meet up with me and explain everything that had happened. Now that he's lost Dugier's trust, what awaits him is agonizing censure.
So is she part of the plan, or
Censure is
she doesn't
Dugier's
know what's
method
going
of
on?
establishing control, as well as the thing we all fear the most. Rather than listening to me explain what it is, Your Grace, please, just let me show it to you. Every secret may be found within...
Here you are. I was wondering where you had run off.
How did he show up so
in
quick?
Such a hurry.
Was the door not
Please
closed?
Excuse us, Your Grace. It was never our intention to disturb you like this. You see, Avisa's mental state has been rather unstable. ever
Massive
since she
villain
arrived at the
vibes.
fortress. She rambles often, has hallucinations. It may be best to dismiss her babbling as random gibberish.
I don't recall hearing a knock or giving permission for you to come in.
Oh, my apologies. I merely did not wish for Your Grace to be alarmed. Had I not been so focused on recovering her, I would have followed all the rules of etiquette to the letter. So please, forgive my discourtesy.
Man talks like an old school villain from like the 1900s.
Please, there's no need to be upset. It's only natural to want to side with the poor sick girl, but I know His Grace to be a reasonable man.
Well then, what if the reasonable man wants to hear the lunatic out?
Oh, I do like that.
Fine with me. Oh, and just so you know, we've also found the missing Mr. Fasal. I had no idea why he was so upset about
He's
losing his
threatening
hand,
her.
really.
Yeah, she say anything, he's basically saying that guy's
Thankfully,
dead.
He has already returned to his senses. We've brought him back to our place, so there's no need to worry.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I don't have anything more to say.
This is what you're afraid of, correct? You can tell me everything. I'll do all I can for you.
I've never seen that thing in my life.
Spill it! Dude, we can protect
Your
you.
Grace, I don't think there's anything else she would like to say.
Oh my god, we were so
Pressuring her
close.
will not get you anywhere.
Is she really gonna back away?
It's all right, Avise. As long as you tell me what it is that you're terrified of, no matter what it is, it will no longer be able to hurt you. I swear this on my name and honor as the Duke.
Your Grace, forget it. I'll keep my mouth shut. I've already said everything I could say about the matter.
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but I really don't have anything more to say.
Wow, dude. That dude's control is insane.
In that case, Avise and I will be off. Once again, please accept my apologies for disturbing
I am
your
seeing
peaceful
death
evening,
flags
Your
all
Grace.
over her.
Miss
Like when she
Avise,
goes back, she's gonna
please
die,
show
right?
me your head. That is an order.
Her head? Like, is there like a scar or?
There's nothing there.
Your Grace,
It's something
I know
in the
you're
hat,
long
no?
tired of my words, but please believe me when I say you've merely let your worries get to your head. The Society has never caused trouble for you or any of the guards at the fortress. We've spent all of our time working hard and trying to lead better lives. Why are you doing everything in your power to prove our guilt? What's wrong with the current state of affairs? I'll do anything for you, as long as you give me the word. Why are you so intent on getting rid of someone who's been unfalteringly loyal?
Your words bore me. You know the consequences if I find you to be lying.
Everything that I do for the Fortress of Meripede. But Your Grace is welcome to visit us anytime to confirm the true intent of our activities. All right,
I kind of
Avise.
feels like it feels like he might want to take over his position, right?
Just what's up with that guy? He makes Paimon really, really mad. We should have shown him his place.
Sooner or later, all will pay the price for their arrogance. He must have been well prepared for this exact scenario, or he wouldn't have dared to be so open.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy too. He just walked right in the room, didn't say anything, and didn't knock.
The entire society are his hostages. His subordinates would definitely react if he were taken into custody. And that's why he dared to bare his fangs right in front of me. The true secret of
I mean,
the
shouldn't they just
society is
arrest
neither
him and
on
then
the
see
hat
what
nor
the
on
members would
members'
say?
heads. Dugier probably knew this from the very beginning, which is why he didn't panic. However, if we were to look at the rules, it would also seem like the head has to be the place where they're keeping all of their secrets.
Yeah, none of this makes sense to Paimon either. What are they?
I have an idea, but
Huh? What is it? Tell Paimon about it!
you mean This thing? So, she handed a key piece of evidence over to us without Dugier noticing. That would mean that Avise didn't stay silent out of fear. She stayed silent because she'd already given us what we needed.
Something's in that bow? Is it like a piece of the rock?
I managed to remove this from the hair clip. It's long, slender, and conical. It's hollow on the inside, and looks something like a cross between a nail and a thorn.
I don't know what that is.
Paimon's lost again.
Let's see. What if we do this?
Hey, what are you doing? Wait. Some kind of dark liquid is leaking out of the gem.
What?
And some of it has been absorbed by this thorny-looking thing.
You've probably heard before that water is filled with the strongest emotions of humanity.
Wait, it doesn't look like the primordial water.
This liquid is probably a highly concentrated solution of fear.
Oh, so that's why even touching it will make you remember unpleasant things.
Dugier would be able to censure others. I can only imagine how it would feel to have this directly injected into your brain. The moment it hits
Wait,
you,
I thought like maybe the liquid or whatever is just in the hat, but it's actually they're injecting in the brain?
And an overwhelming sense of despair. No wonder they're all so terrified of it.
So, was the hat meant to cover up their wounds?
That might not even be all. Let's go get them right away.
But there's no wound,
We
correct?
can't let
Because
Dugier escape with all of the evidence.
they showed the head and he was like nothing there.
Your Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody. They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some kind of order. We decided to forestall their plan, and we're just...
Whoa, that guy looks cool as hell. Look at his outfit.
Great work, everyone.
You had prepared for something like this all along?
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things, so I'm glad that my intuition turned out to be correct. Perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members to me.
Understood, Your Grace.
That one guy's tweaking out.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
There's actually a wound in their head.
Paimon's glad her eyesight
Oh
isn't so
shit.
good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for a bit.
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dugier's censure. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable amount of pain.
So I wonder if he's able
the other
to
areas
hurt
too.
them like wirelessly. Is that possible?
Look at what I found. This is a surveillance port. With this, Dugier would be able to remotely monitor everything that's happening at the gathering place. So even if Dugier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on the members. Indeed. It's easy to become lost and confused when you're given no instructions or any kind of script to follow. And if any action you take may be deemed a mistake, then perhaps it's better to do less. Or to not do anything at all. Dugier has already tamed them to his will.
So that's why they didn't even want to say anything, even though it looks mad weird.
Your Grace, Your Grace!
What's the matter?
It's the cool guy again.
We couldn't find any Society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. All the signs of wear and tear are fake. The lime scale, the
And
layers
they don't
of
do
dust,
shit,
they were all
right?
deliberately added. We also investigated the members' residences.
That's
Weren't
weird,
able to
like-
find anything.
So the whole
neighbors all
group
say
acts
that
like
they
they're
haven't returned
mad,
home for
useful, but they don't actually do anything at all.
They're gone? That could only mean...
Yeah. So this wasn't what they're
As
really
long as he
doing.
allowed society
They have a real
members to
headquarters
mingle with
somewhere,
others,
hidden.
even with threats of censure. Dugier knew that he couldn't stop all of his members from speaking out. Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistleblower sounds the alarm. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, even the members that
Why
we
does he
saw,
think there's gonna be like a
merely
like a
part of the
traitor in
front.
there?
And only the most docile and well-trained members were selected as his performers.
But then, where can we actually find him?
Let me think. Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my fortress guard has never alerted me to anything of the sort, he must be in Dugier's.
What? So there's a traitor within his camp.
I'm of the same mind. Let's go. You two, follow me.
Oh, wow.
Did that person flee here?
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught wind of Dugier's declaration of war against me and has fled to seek his
how could he possibly beat me? I mean, Risley. How can he beat Risley? Risley has a vision.
Since he needs space, I'd guess Dugier probably converted them into his headquarters. We should be on the right track. Now we just need to find that turncoat. Let's go. We can take this path. You guys take the other. Did Dugier send you? Why did you attack that guard?
Come on, it's time to talk. Can't you see that he's trying to help?
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes time to hand out sentences.
But Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this guy to expose our true location. We were just about to dispose of him when you caught
Dispose of him?
So, in other words, your headquarters should be this way.
Yes, it's just down this way. You'll make it there once you've seen him pass through a large drainage pipe.
Guards, take them away.
He just admitted he was gonna murder somebody.
Let's go.
Jesus.
It's about time that we find out.
There's so much space down here.
Yeah, these are all former work areas. They've been left abandoned due to a lack of funds. There are usually guards on patrol here.
Wow.
It would seem that all of those guards.
So a good chunk of his workforce got bought out.
Stay sharp.
Or I guess like brainwashed.
He's got a ton of
I don't know.
surprises waiting for us, I'm sure.
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now. Just follow the guards and leave this place.
Oh, they're not getting arrested?
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Dugier really prepared for everything.
Oh, so obviously he can't beat Ryzen in a one-on-one fight, so he's gonna use like technology, robots to do it.
Account for all the Gardamex that had mysteriously gone missing. Seems like he's prepared for an all-out confrontation with me.
Hey,
he can't win.
What's this?
Unless Gargamex are strong enough to fight a vision holder.
Like some kind of handbook. Ah, this should be the Society's real rules book. It lists members are not permitted to speak to each other or to leave without formal permission.
Wow.
5 members shall form a group, and the whole group will be punished for any single member's wrongdoings. Anyone who reports a fellow member's misbehavior shall be rewarded with
This is a
food and
cult.
water. I see. So it's much as I expected.
But that's just cruel and unreasonable.
Dude, my stuff is in the background.
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on others, and in the process cause pain to those around them.
It's such a weird way
to
of
avoid punishment,
like
they learn
making
to stop talking with one another.
like obedient
This leaves the
people,
wounds
making them
they've already
snitch.
received to fester, however, and so resentment builds until every prisoner has become an island. Finally, isolated and without hope, they accept their fate as Dugier's slaves. Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She rejected all the snacks in the box once she was spooked by that black gem. She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she chose to go against her instincts
That's
after
true.
a negative experience.
Ugh, is that the best example you could come up with? Anyway, Paimon still thinks she made the right decision. It never hurts to be careful.
No, your decision was valid. However, it's also valid to interpret that as a decision that you only made under emotional duress. The human heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. We convince ourselves that we're in control, but in truth, a single wave could sweep us off course and send us crashing into the path of a storm. Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime. If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place, but the door's been locked. Rather than confront Dugier, I think it's more important right now for us to rescue as many Society members as possible. You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some other spots.
Open the door. Would we have to do something to this mechanism here? Paimon doesn't get it at all. Forget it, Paimon's just gonna do some trial and error.
These should be the prison cells. Lots of empty cells.
These are
in here.
prison cells? They're like floating?
She's probably moved them
That's
elsewhere already.
fucked. Oh, no. That's the prison cells for the Dugier guy, right? Not him. I was about to say, like, imagine you go to prison, you're hanging in the fucking cage, that's floating.
Hey, it's alright now. You can leave this place.
No, I won't try to leave anymore. I'll never try to
Oh my
leave
god, her
again.
eyes are like,
So close to me.
oh
I
god.
don't want any trouble.
No, we're not gonna do that. Please calm down. We're not bad people.
We won't be able to get through to her right now. Not with the stress response in the way. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards take care of them for now and keep pushing forward.
Alright. Let's search for an exit first.
I leave this area to you. Make sure to bring everyone out safe.
Understood. And please take care as well, Your Grace. We'll return here right away and await your orders.
Just focus on the tasks you've been given. I already have reliable help over here.
Haha, he means
Let's
me.
go back. We have unfinished business, do we not? That mechanism from the first room. Maybe we'll also need to hold it in place using the same device to open the door that leads to the central area. Don't forget to bring these along.
Whoa. There's so many people
I must
here.
confess to being furious. To think that there are still some of you who find it permissible to spit upon our rules.
Oh my god, that's how it is?
Remember their names. Fasal and Avis. They've betrayed you, betrayed us. And today you will see with your own eyes what'll happen to those who betray our cause. Go on, Avis. Pierce his skull with the thorn in your hands, and then push in the Aqua Dolores. Of course,
what?
You will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again and again, and don't stop until you've pushed all
Dude, that's
of
her
it.
boyfriend. I don't think she's gonna do it.
That's all.
She is going to do it. That's her boyfriend.
I'll find a way to endure.
Oh, shut your wretched mouths! When did I give you permission?
Dude, this guy is a phone-blown, like, dictator, psycho.
Only more pain will come to those who dare to disobey.
That's enough, Dugier. Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that His Grace?
Yes, it is.
Oh, Risley. I knew you would come, but I didn't expect you to be so quick.
Alright, time to beat his ass.
Still refuse to let me be.
I'm gonna beat that mustache out of him.
For you already? What's so blasphemous about sharing a slice of the cake with me when you've already got the entire fortress at your feet?
Yeah, so that's
It
what
would
it's
seem
about.
That you can't see the
He wants
difference
power
between
as
sharing
well.
and looting. And on top of that, look at your people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your cake?
You stop acting all high and mighty like
So, like,
some
this
hero
quest
of
is basically just to show,
Have you forgotten?
you know, how contrast the leadership is, right?
We are all irredeemable monsters who have destroyed something that others held dear. What's so wrong about punishing those who deserve to be punished? It's
Yeah,
what
like, he
they've
rules by
always
fear.
deserved.
Risley rules by, you know, just being a good person, actually.
Care about their
Being
lives
fair.
and well-being when you just
Showing
need a
them the
supply
right way of
labor to
doing
keep
it.
this place running? Is it that all you need to keep your cushy life?
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as currency. The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth. Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new beginning. Our bodies have limits, but our spirits will always remain free. They may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things that they cherish. And most importantly, they should always retain the freedom to choose their own path once they've reflected on their past misdeeds.
Let him have it.
You're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become slaves who will never again feel or think. And you say that's what they've always deserved? You are nothing compared to them.
I can feel it. I can feel the beatdown.
Really mad.
You think me arrogant, Risley? Well, I think you're too young and naive.
Oh, I do agree that this guy looks way older than Risley.
Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what
I wonder if he's been here longer than Risley.
Dumping ground of pain and misery, irredeemable now and irredeemable forever. No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip is the only way to make them obey. Had you been just one step slower, I would have already taken control of all the garden mechs in this
I don't know, man. I
place.
fought garden mechs before. They kind of weak sauce.
But how long will it hold against these powerful constructs?
You talk big, but in the end, you know nothing outside of power and control. In that case, let me give you a small taste of what real power looks like.
Oh, he's got a one-punch man in it. Well, that's a really badass stance.
If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Don't high road me. You're just another crook.
Oh, he's scared. What? He has a gun? He dodges by just moving his neck. Oh. Whoa. Dude, what the? He's so...
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I'm warning you. Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As the Duke, you should set an example.
Dude, he's such a little weasel. No courage, no nothing. Little wussy.
From this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check.
Oh, dude, I love the way he grabs him.
But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood.
Can he actually just kill him?
Sorry for taking so long. Did I keep you waiting?
Did you kill the guy?
No, you were so considerate.
If you ask me, I'd say I actually feel very helpless. There's no way that I could truly empathize with the fear that the members felt every day. I could comfort and compensate them all I want, but it might still not be enough to repair the damage that has been done. I have to take responsibility for it, as does the fortress. Yeah, it's the least that we could do.
So, do you have a plan for how you're gonna deal with him yet?
Oh.
I mean, he's already in prison, right? What's the worst that could
I've already
happen?
got an
Like,
idea.
extend
For
his
now,
sentence?
I think I'll do nothing.
Do nothing? What the hell?
I think it's a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the sorts of punishments that will soon be coming his way. He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates and the details of his punishment. Of course,
So,
that's
like,
not to say that I'll
you
be
know,
letting
so
him off
he'll think
scot-free.
about the punishment rent-free?
It's not often that I actually get the chance to be creative with my punishments. I'm going to talk to the members of the society. He'll get a chance to experience everything that he's ever inflicted on them.
So, like, give him his own medicine, right? Inject him with the liquid?
Harsh. Looks like she should watch her tongue when she's around you in the future.
Why do you think I'd do that kind of thing to you? You offend me, Paimon. Anyway, jokes aside, thank you so much for all of your help. There's still a lot for me to take care of, so... How about this? I'll treat you to a meal in 2 days at the Coupon Cafeteria. We should have a better handle on things by then.
No, Paimon's had enough of that place.
Prison food as
Won't be the same
compensation.
old welfare meal.
I don't know.
I'll make the
Doesn't sound that
necessary
good.
arrangements.
Oh, then you've got yourself a deal.
Ah, you're
Well,
here.
that looks like a feast.
Paimon never forgets about meals. Even if the traveler forgets, Paimon will remind him for sure. That's not what Paimon meant at all. Risley, you got what Paimon meant, right?
Hmm? I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you too.
Jokes aside, I've got some good news. After taking a look, the doctors have let me know that it shouldn't be too difficult to extract the thorns, which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period of rest. As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well.
Oh, wow. So
We've
it
added
doesn't
a
even seem
few
like it's
who were
permanent
more
damage.
severely affected to
It's
a
like very
special
short term.
observation list.
You sure got everything taken care of, Risley.
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory. Please, go ahead. Ah, that's a bit of a long story.
Is he gonna tell us our backstory or what?
I once had a similar experience. It had to do with the host family I lived with as a child. I was an orphan, adopted by a couple with a great deal of love in their hearts. I had many siblings and
Why
we all
does
adored
that
each
look like it's in prison?
Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and go on to adopt more young children.
Oh, it's almost like they're foster parents.
They were perfect parents. Or so I thought.
And then?
And then, I found out we were merely raised as livestock. Once we had reached a certain age, our parents would bring us to the market for sale. All children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them.
What the
As for those who
fuck?
didn't sell, they were merely disposed of. Did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child? And all of my friends, all of my siblings.
How did this go so dark in just 5
I
minutes?
was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply added to the disposal pile. I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adoring smiles. Yes, like the society, my parents created a facade of joy, lied to satiate their desires, and even employed incredibly cruel methods to keep their grasp on power. They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took.
Well,
under
I
their
don't think they care. They were just selling you guys as like
Perhaps they never
livestock.
cared about that at all, but I did. So in the end, I killed them.
What?
And set all of the remaining children free. I was convicted for my crimes and exiled to the fortress.
Wait, but why was he convicted? He basically saved the kids.
My methods were extreme, yes, but I was still a teenager at the time. I'd been betrayed by those I trusted most.
He just straight up said he killed them.
Ways would solve the problem. My doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved. It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think. I've already committed to this path, regardless of what anyone may say about it.
I mean, it's a
The least I can do is
righteous.
to make sure that the same
Can I say it?
tragedy
It's like a
will not
righteous
happen
thing he
again
did,
in my
though.
new home.
Sorry to disturb
Like,
you,
I don't think he could
everyone.
have solved that by just talking to them.
Oh, it's a Vincent Fasol. Are you two feeling better yet?
Wow, they healed up real
It was all
quick.
because you arrived in time. I managed to escape unscathed.
We came here on impulse today, because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand, Your Grace.
Please.
What are
go
they
on
gonna
right
ask?
ahead.
For
I'll
marriage?
do my best to help. With
Ah, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Wedded.
I called it.
Yeah, we met each other through the society and both fell into Dugier's trap. But even during our time there, we never doubted each other. We always believed that Dugier was manipulating us, trying to make us mistrust each other. And after this incident, we've come to believe that we've found the one.
Damn, falling in love in prison. That's.
You could say we managed to make the best out of a bad situation. He didn't abandon me, and I didn't forsake him either. But we're still both prisoners. And we also aren't sure if the fortress is the best
Wow,
place to
imagine
hold
like,
something
dude,
so
they can actually do
celebratory.
everything they do inside
So
prison.
we're just
Out like,
wondering,
yeah,
request a bit too out of
everything.
line?
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wedding before. But that's no reason to say no, is it? I'll help you make the arrangements. If you need anything special shipped in
Yo,
from
this
the surface,
prison
just
is
say to me.
awesome.
We can't thank you enough, Your Grace. We are actually also planning to stay here after the conclusion of our sentences.
Yeah, we've already
That's
made tons of special
kind of
memories
interesting
here.
too.
So now,
Like,
it won't
Risley
be
served
too
his
hard to
sentence as
leave.
well, right? He can leave whenever he
And we have
wants. He
full
just decides to
confidence
run
in the
it.
Fortress's future with you at the helm, Your Grace.
Your trust is the highest
But
form
now
of
there are people
grace.
that served their sentences and want to stay here after.
Be the happiest man
God
to hear
damn.
that people would like to stay of their own free will?
Yeah. I'll always take a genuine expression of faith over any obligation to obey.
Really good place. Oh, that was it? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this quest. I feel like everything leading up to this quest was just like filler. Nothing was really important. The only good part of it was the last 5 minutes where you find out why Risley was sent to prison. Like, the villain was very lame, very predictable. Like, you saw who the villain was a mile away. I do hope Farina's story quest is way better than this.